What's up, people? I am back. I just got done doing the Game of Death review. I'm uploading it now. But I wanted to talk about this. I wanted to do this the other day. I just couldn't get to it. But I want to talk about this Friday the 13th reboot. Not because I know a month, I don't remember how long ago, it was a month or two ago, they announced this stupid Friday the 13th show called Crystal Lake, which is gonna be like a prequel that no one fucking asked for. Actually, I think I did do a video about it. Actually, never mind, I did do a video about it. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about Sean S. Cunningham's apparently the original director of the original movie. He's developing a reboot. I put on Instagram, I don't know how I feel about this because I'm kind of still there. Like, I've always said for years I would love a Friday the 13th. Like, granted, I don't really see a reboot. I'd rather them just kind of just another movie. I'm hoping they're just like, okay, if they ideally do this right, if he does it as like a fuck you to that stupid show and it just puts Jason in it. Because I think on paper, Friday the 13th is one of the easiest fucking IPs. I mean, you're not really beholden to any timeline. You're not beholden to a certain character like in Halloween. Halloween, arguably, I personally don't think you should be beholden to Laurie Strode, but most people, that is Halloween, is Laurie Strode. Whereas Friday the 13th, yeah, you have Tommy Jarvis, but arguably there's no, besides him, and there's been a bunch of Jason movies without him, so I would you can do one without him. It's been done, so I think Friday the 13th, you're not beholden to a character. You're not beholden to timelines. You could kind of start from anywhere, and it could work. On paper, the original director being part of it should work, but then it's like, we've seen this cycle. How many stuff they bring back and they fuck up? I mean, even Halloween, it happened to. It happened with Jurassic Park. And Steven Spielberg worked on those new movies. Well, granted, I like two of them, but still. It's the same thing. I don't know. I just feel like after what happened with Halloween Ends specifically, and the reason I'm mentioning that is just because it's an adjacent slasher film I can kind of look at. It's like, and Scream, honest, I'll throw that in there, Scream 5 too. It's like, they've kind of shown that bringing something back doesn't always make it's going to be gold. And I just almost feel like I'm kind of cool with just maybe leaving the Friday the 13th movie. And it sucks. Because for years, I would have loved a Friday the 13th, like a new thing in general. Because it is really easy. You don't need a lot. You just need titties. You just need Jason. You need teenagers. That's it. Or you don't even, not necessarily teenagers, like fucking college kids, just dumb fucking potential victims for Jason. That's all you need. And I just feel like the fact that this has been in like this weird development hell and just fucking court shit. So I guess this is showing that it's over, but I just now seeing the damage that certain franchises have taken. And I'm not saying there haven't been examples where stuff has been brought back and has been good. But I've also said, like I said that about Halloween. Halloween was too easy to not fuck up, and they did it. They fucked it up. So it's like, I'm fearing and this one's even easier. You just need some Woods and Jason and fucking potential victims. That's it. You don't even really need a plot in the sense of you don't need like a lot going on. Just have Carnage and Jason. That's it. And I just feel like I have a fear they'll just somehow fuck that up too. They've shown they can. And who's to say they won't PC it up? There's that aspect about it. There's even not just that, they just might overcomplicate it with some other shit. You don't know. I almost feel like in a reboot too, like, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna like fuck up the original? I don't know, maybe they're just using the word reboot, because that's just the word they throw around all the fucking time. 2018 was a reboot, right? So maybe it's not a reboot than that, like a remake thing. It's more of just they're just giving it a fresh start. But I guess I'll give some suggestions on how they could potentially make it work. I just think you need to go back to basics. I personally think one of the best things they should do, set it in the 80s. I think a Friday the 13th film set in the 80s, specifically like 84, 85 could work, like 84, 85, between those 2 years. And just have Jason and Carnage. Get some decent team. You don't have to get the greatest actors in the fucking world, but just get some decent actors. Have the same kind of vibe as those original Friday the 13th movie. Even maybe shoot them in like a grainy kind of camera. Have that like old music. It could work. And you can milk this. If they just do it like that style, you can do like a bunch of movies like that. Keep it simple. Because I feel like, too, these can make money because there's not a lot of, these don't even take a lot of money to make. You just gotta get some fucking woods. Just find some woods and some cabins. You can make it work. But yeah, with a lake. Maybe even if you want to have like a character that can try to stop Jason. Yeah, if you want, you can even try to bring Tommy Jarvis back. I'd be open to that. Like, if they really wanted to bring Tommy back and he try to stop Jason. Personally, I'm more into the just keep it just simple. You don't really need a main protagonist because I'm like in the vein of do it like, as much as I love Friday Part 6, I'd almost say just do it like the first 4 movies. Just in that kind of style where it's Jason just picking people off. You have one main survivor. Obviously get a decent actress. But yeah, I think just do it in that style. It could work. If Jonas Cunningham goes at it like that, I think this could work. And you could easily, like I said, milk it for a bunch. You can milk the fuck out of it. Because these don't take a lot to make. And yeah. I don't know. I'm hoping for the best. I'm gonna watch it. I'm a Friday the 13th fan, so I'm just hoping they don't fuck it up because this is so easy. But they fucked up Halloween. That was easy. They fucked that up. So sometimes saying that it's too easy to not fuck up is just not enough because they can. Hollywood has shown they can. They can take an easy thing and fuck it up. So, but yeah, I just wanted to get my quick thoughts on that. I'm interested to see if they'll ever touch the Nightmare franchise because I mean they did Halloween. They're doing this Friday the 13th reboot now. I don't know when it's coming out. I'm assuming it should be out maybe within a year. I would assume within a year because I mean these movies don't take a lot to do. There's no VFX or anything like that, so I'm assuming in like a year max. So maybe sometime next year. But I'm really interested to see like a Nightmare thing. But Nightmare, I feel like is much harder because I just don't think people want another little side point before I end the video. I think Nightmare is just hard because that's a franchise, unlike, Friday the 13th and Halloween, where it's a faceless killer who doesn't talk. So you can just get some big dude, put the Michael or Jason costume on them and make it work. Well, Michael has little mannerisms, but just get actors who can do that. But that's like body stuff that there's still enough people that can do that. With Nightmare, it's harder because that's Freddy Krueger. Freddy Krueger has been played by Robert Englund for 8 movies. If you include, if you include Freddy vs. Jason, it's 8 movies. So it's like, no one wants to see another. I mean, I liked Jackie Earle Haley. He was just in a shitty movie. I think if I'd be open to another actor playing Freddy, but I just think the bigger fan base just wouldn't want that. I mean, they tried it with I would even say the same with like Chucky because it's Brad Dourif, even though it's more of a voice. That to people that's Chucky. I just think having somebody else embody the character, try to be the character who's been to people, to a majority of people, that Freddy Krueger is Robert England. I don't know if people are just open to that because, and I just think Robert has even said, I don't know if he would come back because I know he's at, when Halloween 2018 came out, he was a little bit open to coming back, but I feel like he'd only come back for one movie. If it does well, they'd want to do another one. That's why I was saying you would have to go with a new actor from the beginning because you can't do Robert England and then introduce a new actor in the next one. I just don't think people will accept that because they're going to be like, oh, we want Robert England back. So I just think Nightmare is in an interesting position. So I really wonder if they'll bring that back since they're doing this. But yeah, we'll see what they do with this Friday the 13th reboot. I want to see what y'all think of it. Yeah, tomorrow I'll be reviewing Cabin in the Woods. Very underrated movie. I love the twist. I love the different monsters. I love the stoner character is probably one of my favorite characters in the entire movie. And I'm not gonna lie, the coffee mug bong is fucking amazing. It's fucking awesome. But yeah, I'll talk about that more tomorrow. But as usual, fuck Joe Biden. Talk to y'all tomorrow. Peace.